The equation is simple. Successful elections equal most people voting minus two-party partisan bullying. The Independent Voter Project takes this belief to the airwaves on the Independent Voter Podcast. Follow and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.
Olas Media.
I am your host, Mr. Wowzer. We are the Doty Connection. Today, we are going to be talking about some very, very deep topics that I feel is going to touch your soul, as well as recommend you to some great products from Cold Fire Extracts and True Classics, True OG. Trust me, it's going to hit you hard.
Wow.
And you know what? Go on and share upon your Ras class and Bomba class. I am the host with the most, Mr. Wow, off the pal, Mr. Wowzer, back with another episode of TDOC. Now, I have a very, very, very esteemed, famous, special guest that I can't wait to introduce to y'all. But first, huge shout out to my sponsors, Cold Fire Extracts. What up, Olas Media, IVC Media, Doty, and March and Ash. Now I'm going to take it to the theme song of this TDOC production that we get to you guys. It's called Closer. Go ahead and check it out and bring somebody close to you. Let's go.
Rising for me, I'll take a water and a pink lemonade. Man, it's sunny outside. Why you trying to throw shade? Last night was a lie, but today's a new day. It's time to build on this new chapter since we turned the old page. I let off a whole round and left the past in decay. Because no matter the situation, you're always my bae. James Bond, Agent Black Shades, let's take a vacay. It's time to show you that you my everything. Now come sit close to me. Let me feel your Come sit close to me. Let me light your Come sit close to me. I got the remedy to make you fly away. Come sit close to me. Let me feel your Come sit close to me. Let me walk your Come sit close to me. I'm down to catch a vibe today. Come sit close to me. Come sit close to me. Come sit close to me. Come sit close to. Come sit close to me. Come sit close to me. Come sit close to me. Come sit close to. Come sit close to me. Come sit close to me. Come sit close to me. Come sit close to. Come sit close to me. 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 When we together, you know we a whole vibe. Partying all night until we lose candlelight. Just like to stick up on me, I'ma always be on your side. And you so sexy every time I see you, babe, it's on sight. So what you wanna do, dinner anywhere, let's take a flight. Or we could do something different since we used to the high life. Favorite meal whipped in the kitchen, let's Netflix and get high. You feel me? I'm just saying, what up? Come sit close to me. Let me feel your Come sit close to me. Let me light your Come sit close to me. I got the remedy to make you fly away. Come sit close to me. Let me feel your Come sit close to me. Let me walk your Come sit close to me. I'm down to catch a vibe.
Cough drops. You hear it in the coughs, you know what it's time for. It's time for the Cough Drop segment, where I give you the best recreational and medicinal products that are cannabis that I use, because it's all a wide array. Now, me and Olas Media about to go pay some bills, but we'll be right back after a Wowzer word from our sponsors. Wow.
Cold Fire Extracts.
It's amazing.
Taste is great, clean and pure. It's loud like flowers, super tasty.
It has great effects and a long-lasting buzz.
This is why Cold Fire is the number one go-to name in the cannabis space.
Cold Fire Extracts scored a high 95 from the highestcritic.com.
Because of its standard of greatness in every category, even compared to solventless.
This is almost equalish, but it is definitely better than solventless. Go ahead and light up that Cold Fire Extracts.
I'm smoking it right now.
Wow. Queen Mary's Boost Elixir. Elixir for a vixen, the thing for a king. Boost Elixir is a coffee tincture with added vitamin D infused with THCV that brings you an energizing euphoria that keeps you alert, motivated, and ready to take on the world. This espresso infused elixir serves as a coffee enhancer, providing enhanced focus. It also boosts your metabolism. Top reported effects are alertness, motivation, energy, and enhanced focus.
Queen Mary's products can be used in a supplement regimen.
So how you would use it is Queen Mary's Boost Elixir in the morning, enchanted gummies throughout the day, and at nighttime moose drug gummies to have a nice and refreshed sleep.
For more information about Queen Mary and their products,
go to their website, queenmarybrand.com. Hello. Hello.
Now is the time for all countrymen to listen to Dear San Diego, a public affairs podcast with personality. Tony and Juan check bios at the door. They dive into who the icons are when they're away from work. Check out Dear San Diego at oldestmedia.com or wherever you get your podcasts.
You know it's that time.
It's time for our special guest.
TDOC, I'm your host, Mr. Wow. Now, to introduce my special guest that I have here in the building, one of the most busiest, literally the most busiest, the most famousest person that I've personally had the pleasure of knowing. And the reason why is because she has hands that are blessed from the Most High. She done touched and turned people's heads from $1 to $100, from $100 to $1,000. Hello. And the line keeps going. Now I'm gonna have her talk about her journey alongside with her daughter. I'm gonna introduce the Queen, Mae. How you doing, Mae? What up, Crystal?
Thank you so much.
How was the ride over here?
It was wonderful.
Right.
Yes.
How was your ride, Crystal? I know you was the aunt.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah.
Nobody eat on, huh? So let's get to the meat of this, right? So, Mae, I want to ask you, how was life growing up for you in Ghana?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Life growing up in Ghana was amazing. I'm the firstborn from both my mom's side and my dad's side.
Oh, wow.
First grandchild and, first niece and whatever, name it.
Right.
So I did got really great attention and stuff from the family. Yeah, and I would say I'm very ambitious young lady growing up that I heard from most of my family, my uncles and stuff. They keep saying, oh, you're going to be very successful, whatever you are. And I guess that really put some kind of fire in me, kind of little curious sometimes, just go get it.
Right,
it's kind of spirit at a young age.
Hello. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I guess I want to ask you this on a personal note before I get to Crystal. What's the difference with the States and the culture in Ghana, the community?
Well, I would say it was really interesting question you asked. And it's much different. And when I say much different, especially when you're talking about community. Me growing up, it's like when you heard they say that it takes a village to raise a child. Right. They still practicing us today.
Wow.
Community is really like the family structure is very strong. And they teach a lot of moral lesson, which I noticed is kind of a little bit off here. Sometimes, like, you scared to tell someone, child, hey, take your hands off of the fire, even though you know the fire going to burn their hand. Right. Back home, you don't really hesitate. Like, somebody child, your neighbor child is yours as well. You take care of them, like you look up to them. Right. So it make the family, I would say the family structure back home is more rich. And you meet people, you speak to them, hello, hi, no, nothing cold, and then the moral lesson, they taught you respect. So you hear a lot of sister, auntie, uncle, papa, and sometimes you're not related to them, but out of respect, even somebody's 1 day older than you call them by sister so and so, auntie so and so, for respect. So that is a little different, and when it comes to the work, how people ambitious and stuff, I think it's individually, and I would say it's the same. Sometimes back home, the young folks, they really wanted to work, and sometimes it's hard, to find a job, bribe here and there.
Especially
It's
if you're young,
so that make it a little different. But other than that, and of course, Western world things are more a little fancier here and there. But the world is getting a little smaller now, so I can't say much about that part.
Now, Crystal, I want to segue to you. Now, have you spent time personally, or was you raised sometime in Ghana before the States?
Yes, when I was 5.
Word, how was that for you? Or do you remember the experience?
I sure do. It was a very valuable experience for me, and it definitely shaped the way I see the world. Whereas I don't hesitate to go travel and see and experience new cultures, and I really think it's beneficial for everyone to travel outside of their 4 walls once in a while.
Please elaborate before I get to the next question. You're talking to me too. Because I know you've been around Italy, Rome. You didn't travel to some spots. We're going to get to all of that later. But why do you think it is, for my listeners, why do you think it is important and imperative to travel outside of your 4 walls and experience different culture?
Well, I think it's imperative because oftentimes we like to stay in our comfort zone. And the best way to learn is hands-on and seeing the world. And I feel like when you're able to see the world, you're not as concerned about materialistic things. You're more concerned about experiences and learning and caring about one another. And it's very helpful to go just see the world and learn about new cultures and experiences. It makes you a very well-rounded person, and you know how to thrive in any situation.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Wow. Shout out to the Now, was there a moment that you remember that made you fall in love with hair, as a matter of fact? What started that path?
Okay. Me growing up, as I said earlier, a little bit curious, ambitious young lady. And I remember at school, one of the classmates traveled to different part of Africa. I'm not remember the Ivory Coast or somewhere. And she came back with this fancy hairstyle. And, we all little girls, we all curious. Oh, my God, this is so cute. And we tried to learn how. Normally, I wasn't part of it because these are the group in the school that they really they click. And I was a little bit quiet side, but very... I look at things, quietly on my own way observing. Right. Thank you. Yeah, so everybody was trying, and they couldn't get it down, but I was watching. So after they finished, I was like, can I try? They said, what make you thinking you can do it? Yes, I can. So I did it, and it was amazing. I was very happy. But I didn't talk about it. As a matter of fact, when I got home, especially my dad, a regular hair threading, it's very common that you see the young little kids doing. My dad said, no, doing hair, you're going to gossip and stuff. I don't want none of my kids do hair. So I didn't talk about it, but my mom used to go to this salon to get her hair done. And then it was so expensive. So one day I told her, I said, Mom, let me take your hair down for you. Because I had that back of my head, and I just wanted to try. So I took that hair down, and, she washed everything. I said, Mom, I can do your hair for you. She was like, my dad, I told you no hair. Very, very protective of my family. Oh, my God, they were very protective over me. So... my mom oh no, she's not doing hair. She just want to try with my hair. And here, boom, I did it. I was very happy.
So, what motivated the move to the States?
Okay. Whew. Man,
Yes, I need the whole context, girl.
I know.
What's the
I'm
tea?
ready
I
for
got
it.
that tea.
Yeah. It's something. Moving to the States is nothing that I plan about or looking forward to. It wasn't like part of my things that I was thinking about in life, but things happen. I went to school, I went to technical school, and then Ghana, when you finish school, it was like must. You have to, it's like a service, some kind of way that you have to do your national service. And that national service is, the government sent you to wherever they want you to go. It's not your choice that, hey, I want to stay in San Diego, right? But you actually work, like something that you learn from school. So I did catering. Yeah, and they sent me to, it was a small town in Ghana. And the district, I work at the district administrative office that I get a chance to meet a lot of high-profile people in the government. Right. I believe that the president at that time name was President Lawrence in Ghana, and this district administrative office and district assembly, they got a power. Wow. So, when we get visitors and stuff, that I was the office and the catering, just make sure they visit, that they got it down. And, it's on me that it was really great. And the funny, all these people, I didn't really fall in love or just even look to have a boyfriend, or they've chased me here and there. Really? But my family, like my dad, my uncle, like, overprotective, and I'm kind of a little nervous, like, oh my God, I don't want to even talk to nobody. But here I come with a guy from that small town, really pursued me for 3 years.
Wow.
And he happened to be, living in the state, and even, he came first, he tried, it didn't work out, and his friends, the guy didn't give up. He's really persistent. So he finally got me, and, we did get a son together, and then he filed for me to come here. As a matter of fact, I talked to my mom. It was like a bittersweet. My mom told me, I know you'll be successful anywhere you are, but I cannot really. I love you. My mom had me very early age, so we were like kind of friends. Right, we were very close. I still respect her. And I was scared of her, not in the bad way. When she just look at me, she talk to me, I know the eye. My eye say all kind of things. Yeah. She opened the eye, I know, stop, go ahead. So I need her opinion. I talked to her. I couldn't tell my dad, of course. And my mom said something. Well, you can go because your future, you can go, but oh my God, I don't know if I'll see you again. We have power for things that we say from our mouth. Sometimes you say something and you put passion in it. It's like you prophesize in your life. So unfortunately, I came in here, but I didn't see my mom again. My mom passed away, and we will address that. It wasn't easy. Still not easy. But so through that meeting with the guy, was like a love in the first sight, even though he pursued for 3 years. But when he came the second time, talking and stuff, well, he got me. I ended up being here in the States. Yes.
Blessing in disguise.
Yes.
So now I want to ask both of y'all. I'm going to segue this to Crystal first. So now you get to, I'm going to say the city because the city is on the Ancestry. So we in San Diego. You build this king, queen pin of a shop
that had countless celebrities, countless people come through, including my mama. Hello, mama. He's a good one. But, and it just blows up. Like, it blows up on social. You already have the communities around you that support you and love you abundantly. And now the Instagram, the socials just shoot up to 1.6 million. Yes, I'm going to put it for my listeners. So I want to ask you, how do you sustain such a wide international fan base? You have fans of your work. Look, listeners, she threw me on her page. She threw me on her page, and look, I went viral. Okay, I got 3,000 followers after that too. Easy, but how do you sustain it? How do you maintain that? Could you start off, Crystal?
Yes, of course.
You put a lot of work behind that, and that's why I'm asking. We done talked off record about this for a long time.
Yeah, absolutely. I believe that when looking at it from outside, it looks like it kind of just happens, but it's a long process. And it was a lot of work behind closed doors and a lot of days posting stuff and getting no likes or no comments. And it takes time to get there, but I would say to sustain it, it's very important to have a connection with your audience and to really relate to them on a deeper level besides just Instagram and likes. Right. And it's really wonderful to see people that, like, your page impacted them in one way or another. So I would say building a connection with people one by one is the best way to do it.
I'm going to go ahead and apply that. That was well said. How do you feel about that? That question? She answered it pretty well. I was going to ask you that too. It's just, you know, I read the comments and shit, and I like every one of y'all posts. You know that from the beginning to the end.
Same here, as my daughter says, you know, everything in life, you know, it's like a baby step. You started from 1 before you get 2. You think about people get lots of money, they're going to tell the same story. You know, I started at maybe $1,000 and invested, and it get to this point. So it's the same way, you know, we started. It was really, I have one funny story to say. You know, and I tried to, you know, decided to, like, you try to promote your business and the tools that can help you and stuff. And I heard about Instagram, told my daughter, and I say, I want to post something, but I really don't know what to do. And my daughter say, Mom, you know, hashtags, you know, like you and my son, hashtag, you know, like the things that people. And I said, oh, yeah. So the first, it was like a second picture. And the lady I took the picture was like the background, have the refrigerator. And I said, oh, okay, so hashtag fridge, like something like that, you know, like basically, like I have no idea. So like she said, we started from, you know, nothing to where we are, thanks to everybody, you know, the followers and the love out there. You know, the people take their time, go through every style, and then take their time and just give us really nice feedback. It feels feedback. Good. Like, it feels really,
it's amazing.
Really good.
It's amazing.
And I feel like I'm going off a little bit too, that I really want the listeners and the young ones to hear, because it's really like my goal in life. Like, I pray every day, how can I help people? So I believe doing hair alone is not just like, oh, I'm getting followers. I loved, you know, the fame coming out of it. Or, of course, the money is good. But at the same time, when I opened the salon, you know, when I look back in my life, like I was talking about, I was a caring officer. Right. My dream, actually, like when I get to the state, you know, I wanted to go to school, become a nutritionist. I just wanted to, those are my dream. But doing hair was like a passion too, that it was like a side hustle skill. You cannot go against skill. So with my life, I don't know how to really reach the young ones, especially when I see folks standing in front of the shop, like almost like 3 years now, in the morning standing. Oh, what are you doing? If you really don't have anything going on, like you're thinking and you don't know what to do in life, I think just try to learn some kind of skill. It's nothing really bad to get too much. Like, I have a lot of degrees and I have this skill, or, I have too much money. I don't want to get money again. It's always good to do something like that when their life throw the salty on your face, like it happened to me in the States, you can always tend to fall back on something. So I did use my chair, like basically like a therapy session, and I did some few events, and all my idea behind it is to try to empower young ones that you're going to school, and if you don't have interest to go to college or stuff, you can think of any skill, anything that, you fall in love or you might think it will help you one day, and just do it. Yeah. Go ahead and do it, because you never know in life. You have no idea.
And fortunately for us, we can capitalize on those kind of talents here in major ways in the States. So that's amazing. Yes. So now please tell my listeners where they can find Mae's Beauty Salon. Where can they find your shop?
Yeah, Mae Beauty Salon, Mae Salon and Braiding. It's actually located on Euclid and Federal.
Hello.
It's 1746 Euclid Avenue.
Hello.
That thing is right across the street from Old Fairmont. You can't miss it. Just right there in a small strip mall, right there next door to the Metro PCS.
Hello.
You can't mix Mae.
Hello.
Yes.
And from both of you guys, what's next for Mae's Beauty? What's next for the salon?
Okay. As a matter of fact, I have the little. I add some little portion on the side of the shop that I'm adding something like for the skin and stuff, that I already interviewed the lady who just got her license from being esthetician. So it's going to be like eyelashes and eyebrow, facial. It's all about, health and beauty for me. It's just health and beauty. I love looking good, So that, and we working on few things that I don't want to throw it on the air, but hopefully next time I can, introducing that, and it's very exciting. Yeah, it's very exciting. Yes.
What about for the social side, Crystal? Anything? What's next for that? A lot of surprises. There's always something being dropped.
Always. Now for the social side, I feel like it ties in with what I was speaking about before, making more connections with our followers and making sure that we know them like on a personal level. And, just incorporating some new hairstyles and, like she said, skincare and great stuff like that.
It's about to be crazy over there when they come in. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything, what you've done. I'm going to speak for the people, and then I'm going to be subjective. But thank you for having your blessed hands personally work on our hair, especially mine. You know what I came in with. And you know what I walked out with. So thank you again, Mae, for everything. I appreciate you. We're going to take it to our topics and solutions segment. Y'all joining that, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
sure.
We'll be right back after this.
Tavares Jordan.
Solutions.
Welcome back to TDOC. I'm your host, Mr. Wow. Back with Mae and Crystal, my special guest. Now, for this Topics and Solutions segment, I want to talk to you guys about African Americans in Africa, okay? About 5,000 African Americans have made the trip back to Ghana and stayed. Following a campaign by Ghana's government, the campaign dubbed the Year of Return became a catalyst for many descendants to embark on a spiritual journey. At the time, it also marked 400 years since the arrival of the first enslaved Africans in Jamestown, Virginia. How do you guys feel about that statistic?
As a matter of fact, I was really, really happy when I heard about that. I think it was a really great idea for, like my daughter said earlier, the world is so big and we can't waste time not to see what is going on in the other end. And my life, for example, I think closure is everything. We heard about so many things. Things happened 400 years ago, and sometimes we so talk about it, and sometimes we dwell on a certain situation, and it sets you back. So with this, I'll say it's good for people to do the research and see what part of the world, go Africa, what part of Africa they want to go, especially the places that you can go freely. Right. Why not? You need to just go there and just explore the world, right, and then find what happened, actually see things, how it happened and how it went down, like you see it, you go there, feel the soil, right, meet the people, right. See at least, you connect with the ancestors and see, you can see through you. I have some questions when I came in here, even as it's today, on my chair, the same way, doing hair, you hear so much. My chair become a therapy session. I hear so much, and I hear good and bad questions. Some people ask me, Mae, so where did you learn how to dress like that? You can dress, and I know, like when you get to United States, and I had a question also, some lady, and I'm telling about, she's well educated. I was really surprised. I was shocked to hear that. Like she asked me, so Africa and San Diego, which one is bigger? Really? Africa is continent, right? I'm from West Africa. And West Africa alone, you asking me, do I know Nigeria? All the states in Nigeria? Do I know anything about Senegal? Do I know anything about, Ivory Coast? It's big. The food, the culture, the behavior, everything is different. And yet, we are all the same people. Right. We are all blacks. Right. So I think it's really great for my sisters and brothers here to take opportunity to just go and explore the world. You're talking about Crystal being in Spain, Italy. That is my dream. And I take my daughter. Look at me, I'm here in the States. I'm exploring, I'm still learning. Right, so just go.
And I'm glad you brought one of the solutions up, research. That was one of the solutions, so great job on that.
Thank you.
Free citizenship, right? That's one of the solutions. Since it's free citizenship, like you said, go ahead and go. Check it out. Congo, Ghana, Nigeria. There's about 7 or 8 that offer free citizenship right now to come back. And a desire to uncover your ancient ancestry. How do you feel about that, Crystal?
I feel like it's very important to know your roots and know where you came from. And as my mom was saying, receiving closure and showing not only yourself but your family and your descendants exactly where you came from is so important. So creating that connection and just seeing the world is so important, Yeah.
Man, shout out to the Whoop. And visit a few times before making a decision. That's my own personal decision. You know what I mean? Just to make sure, like Relly did, coming back for 3 years. He kept coming back. Yeah. He made his decision. Hello. You guys agree with those solutions, I see. So now we're going to talk about the importance of health and wellness. The last one. And I want to talk about this because you talked about how you have a passion for health, beauty, and wellness. So staying healthy and well is important. It makes us feel better, be more productive, and ultimately live longer. Health is the state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. Wellness is an active process through which people become aware of and make choices towards a more successful existence. How do you guys feel about that?
Well, like I said earlier, just we talking about hair and how I fell in love with hair, and me being doing hair for years now, I know personally that hair and health have some kind of connection.
Yeah.
It go hand to hand. So one of the events that I did, I named it My Hair and Health Matters. My hair and health matters. And the reason why I picked that topic, or I named my event that, like, if you can look good outside, but when the inside is not good, you don't feel good. We doing our hair to just look good and enhance our beauty. I love when I do people hair sometimes, like, they forgot their hat and their wrap and stuff in the shop, and they look in the mirror and they're shocked. Oh my God. Like, oh my God, you brought my confidence back. Oh my God, look at me. Oh, I can't believe it's me. I love that. But we cannot have that enjoyment if the inside doesn't feel good. We talk about we have a diseases, from the family and stuff. But I believe if we take in charge, we take control of our body with exercise and stuff, even if your life expectancy, if God gave you, or let's say some disease, your family bloodline, they die like 20 years, whatever, God forbid, knocking in the wood, if it's not accident or anything like that, and if you add exercise and watch what is inside, what going inside you, you respect your body. You being selfish of your body, because this is your house. Some people spend money buying, they want a mansion. Just look at your body like, this is the mansion that your spirit, your soul live in. Take care of it, making it pretty, making it healthy, making it nice. Like you building the house, you want the foundation. So when the wind blow, it won't crumble. It's the same way when you eating all this junk and not exercise and all these diseases, like your body have no foundation, so you need to take care of this body. You need to, I know America, everybody's busy and we can have excuses every day. But I think if we can just take about 20 minutes a day to do something little that, like, just like I'm doing 20 minutes a day, so I can get maybe 3 more days more to my life expectancy. I think that will help. So yeah, I love this topic. The nutrition, the sleep and stuff is really, really important for us to think about it and take control over that. Yes.
I think you'll agree as well, Crystal. Social connectedness, exercise, nutrition, sleep, mindfulness, being mindful of others' opinions, and you get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That's a hard thing with some people in these times. You know that.
Yeah.
A lot of people subjectively try to put their own thing on you, and it's like, look, I'm learning from you, but don't make me like I'm still gonna move my way. You know what I'm saying? But I respect how you feel. How do you feel about it, Crystal? Oh, and water. Can I say that?
Yes.
Water. And I'm gonna say it again. Water. Aguilarity.
So
Christina Aguilera.
On that.
Very important. Yes, Crystal, elaborate.
We only have one body, and I always think of this thought all the time that you could be the richest person in the world and be on your deathbed. There's no amount of money that you could pay somebody to take your place and to take your body. So, like, honestly, taking care of your body is one of the most important things that I think as a society we undervalue.
Yes.
Because while we're out there chasing the carrot, we're chasing the money, chasing the dreams and everything, we forget that, okay, I could have all the money in the world. If I'm sick, there's no one out there that's going to take my place. you know? So
Facts.
eating well is so important, but I do know that not everyone has access to healthy foods, whether it be just by location or by economics. So doing your best to exercise when you can, like my mom said, and also having time for your mental state, having time to meditate, having time to read. If you're religious, tuning into that. It's very, very important. But at the end of the day, valuing your health is so important, because when you're on that deathbed, no one's going to take that place for you, no matter how rich you are.
Right.
You could be Jeff Bezos. They're like, all right, that's all you.
And they got bread, Crystal, and they still ain't found the technology for that shit.
Exactly. Yeah.
Message from both of them. You hear me? Message. So I'm going to end it with this one on this topic, like you guys said, because I agree with both. And I'm glad Crystal brought that up. We brought that up with one of my guests. Physical health, mental health is just important as physical health.
Yes.
Very, very important.
Yes.
Each one has an impact on your physical and mental health. By making simple and healthy choices on a daily basis, you will be well on your way towards reducing stress, having positive social interaction, and achieving optimal wellness. We'll conclude it with that. Gavel. That literally summarized everything that you guys said. Now, listeners, I am going to leave you with this, and I'm not going to say too much about it. But don't trust everything that you see. Even salt looks like sugar. Message, okay? I want to thank my guests, Mae and Crystal, for coming in and from their busy schedules and giving me this blessed interview. You know it's going to go viral. Thank you guys again for everything. I appreciate you guys.
Thank you as well.
Thank you for having us.
TDOC, Mr. Wowzer, we're out.
Wanna do dinner anywhere, let's take a flight. Or we could do something different since we used to the high life. Favorite meal whipped in the kitchen, let's Netflix and get high. You feel me?
Thanks for listening to the Doty Connection. Be sure to follow and subscribe whenever you listen to your podcasts. To read the blog associated with this episode, visit olismedia.com. This episode was produced in studios located in San Diego, California. Lena Alvarez is co-producer. Serving as executive producer and co-founder is JC Polk, and Chad Peace is president and co-founder. Olas Media is an IVC media company.
Olas Media.
From the Nest is a podcast for those who are looking to go beyond degrees, webinars, and corporate titles. We talk fundraising strategies and career experiences with a side of fun and emotion. Take a listen to the next episode of From the Nest with Charity Jen, where fundraising takes flight. Follow or subscribe at olasmedia.com or wherever you get your podcasts.